Okay, welcome to another Twitch transmission. This time it's a little bit late of schedule. It's been a hard week, but well, it's Friday, and this weekend is Halloween weekend, so it's going to be fun. Now, let's prepare some things about methods and let's continue. Basically, we have reviewed the basic part about uh, controlling um, loops and doing some using some operators about assignations, increments, decrement, decrease, increase, decrease, um, and other things that we have. So let's see. We're going to okay. So now we have the basic structure, well, the basic operations and the basic creation of the application. So now we are going we are going to begin to include another concepts, more um, not hard but more complex concepts. The previous transmissions were the easy part of this. So I'm going to I'm going to do what I'm going to do is the following. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. We have Visual Studio Code. So here, the next exercises, I'm going to create another folder. Folder exercise2 methods. Methods. Well, yeah, and we are going to have the same as this one. No folder. 01 methods. Okay. Now I'm going to open my console. For this one, you're able to press Ctrl Shift P in Windows, and you are able to console terminal. Okay, you are able to find it here. Control T for oh no, Control and this character, and with an accent, a special accent. Terminal. Yeah. So let's move to the exercises. Yes. Now exercise2 exercises there. Okay. And now methods. Now we are going to create an application, a basic application. Um, .NET methods. Okay. .NET new console. This is going to create a new console application. And what is behind the methods? This is the brief explanation about this is you have to you have to do you have an application that has a logic behind it. So behind all of this, you need you have basic operations and you have increase, decrease, you have concat and things like that. Um, and usually on your business, for example, if you have a business that sells tickets for a venue, you have something that needs to provide the information about the tickets, about the event, about who's going to play that day or what kind of show you are going to have. Uh, and this is the part where an application really helps you, and the development is really important because you could, you could, for example, you could do manually an HTML page per um, per gig that you will have. Okay, and this is because you have to change the date, you have to change the name of the band, you have to change the description and things like that. But what if you have a way to retrieve the same information or to perform the same actions in order to set the values that you need for your web page. In that case, that web page will be different each time that you play something new. So this is the way of how it works. Um, o- Originally, in object-oriented programming (OOP), you have a way to create something like an abstraction of the real life. For example, you have trees, and trees is like a class because you know what is a tree, but you are not able to bring me a tree, and I'm going to explain that. You, if you take a tree here to my home, I will tell you, okay, this is not a tree. This is a special type of tree. For example, pine, uh, the or a Christmas tree. This tree is not exactly. This tree is not exactly a tree. It's a special tree. For example, a pine. Uh, it's a pine. It's a specific one. And more in detail, it's the tree that you bring to my home. It's something different, really, really different than just a tree. Okay, so we have classes, and those classes have objects. We have abstract classes or the main classes, for example, the tree. And then we have the subclasses, in this case, the pine. The main class has some special sections, some basic configuration, like a tree has branches, has root, has what else? A green color, brown color, red color. Um, it has several several parts. Okay. Uh, just give me a second. Parts of let's see. We have on a tree. We have we have branch. We have leaves. In some cases, and this is something that we are going to see later, we have fruit. It has a trunk. It has roots. So what it has a crown. Maybe if it has a fruit, before the fruit it had a flower. Um, and well, all the parts of the tree that you know. Now you have this abstraction. It's a tree, the definition of a tree, and then we have a subclass with the name of pine. Okay, and and a pine has similar parts, well, has parts of a tree. A pine is a tree, so it has a crown, the same as a tree. It has it has leaves, but the leaves are special because they are needles. They are not like that. They are special leaves, needles. Then it has branches, the same as a tree. It has a trunk, the same as a tree. It has roots, the same as a tree. It has seeds, similar to the flower on some trees, and it has cones, something similar to fruit. But the case is that we have an abstraction of a tree, and then we have a specification of a special tree, this case, a pine. And this pine is the definition. You are not able to bring a pine here at home at my home. You are able to bring a specific pine, and this is the case for the objects. You have two classes, and these classes are when you instantiate them, when you have a specific object of them, you don't have a class. You have an object based on a specific class. In this case, if you bring a pine here at my home, I will have a specific pine. The pine that maybe I can place it, and I can place it at my living room or at my kitchen or at my bathroom. That would be very weird, but it's that specific one. That pine, you are not able to take that pine to somebody else, and this is because it's an object. This object has a space, uses as has a special place, is located in a specific location, and it has the specification of the color of the leaves, the size of the crown, the size of the branches, the amount of branches, the specific amount of branches, uh, the width of the trunk, the length of the roots, etc. So with this pine, you have a specific object, and each object, it doesn't matter what did you create. Each object is going to need to do some actions. These actions are performed with the name of methods. The actions of an object is a method, so that for example, a tree has the action of grow up. There are methods specifically that they are going to perform the action grow up. Okay, maybe this example is better with a car because you have the abstract class car, then you have a subclass with the name of Ford Mustang 2000, well, 2021, and this object, when you create it, uh, this class has the definition of some methods for that object, so that you have a special situation where um, you are able to turn it on, turn it off. Turn it on is a method, turn it off is another method. Uh, Open the door is another method, close the door is an open method. Lock the doors is another method. turn on the radio, it's another method, and things like that. So each one of the methods creates a specific action on the object that we have. Now, having that in mind, we are going to have here the project. We have the program, and well, we only created mm, a new console project. That new console. I'm going to clear screen. And here you have a namespace. Namespace is the way of how you are going to uh, grab your application and distribute it around several packages or DLLs or applications. So this is the way, this is like the address of the classes, interfaces, um, uh, enums that you have. This this namespace has the same as our project, 01 methods. Then we have a class, the classes program, and this is a special class because that class is the one that is going to be executed by the console application that we have created. Now, it has a specific method, static void main. This is always going to be in this way, static void main, and it has some input with the name of args. This args is a string array, and this is a method. This is something that our object is going to do when this is instantiated, and we say, okay, we are creating the definition of the class. We are going to create some methods. It means some actions for our class, and the one that is going to execute these methods is the object. An object is something that it's the instance of a class, a specific one. Getting back to our examples, we have the class pine, and we know what a pine is. But if I go outside and take a pine and bring it back to home, that one is my pine. That is a specific pine. That object is the one that is going to be performing all the methods. Now, to create a method, we need to do some some parts, some definition parts. So we have to, for this case, we have to use it still the static word. This means that it's going to be the same one for all the definitions, all the creations of the object. Void, because this is not going to return anything. And then we are going to do something like weather report. Weather, no. What time is it? What time is it? Okay. Then you place parentheses and curly braces. Okay. Now we are going to do the following: console, right line, parentheses, hello, hello there. If you want to place some new lines, you just have to write backslash r backslash n, and this is like a return. Hello there. Right now, the time is, what time is it? Okay, daytime now equals time now. Now there's an object that has the name of datetime. Well, we have the class datetime, and datetime has a specific property with the name of now. It means the datetime that is right now. Dot to string, and then we are going only to place. We are able to set up a format. So for datetime, you are able to use year, month. Month is this is case sensitive, so you have to pay attention for year, month, uppercase, day, lowercase, hour. Uppercase is 24 hours format, lowercase is 12 hours format. Minutes, minutes is lowercase because month is uppercase, and seconds. Okay, what time is it? Um, hello. What I could do for you. Okay. Right. Console. You may write a command. Okay. Console. Write line. For example, time. Time is it method. Okay. Now, every time that we write up .NET Run, uh, several steps happens behind scenes, and the application looks for a class program and executes main method of the class program. Well, creates a new object with the name of maybe program 01 or something like that. And after instantiated, I mean creating an object, we are going to have the execution of the main method. So right now here, we don't have a communication between here and the new method that we have created. Also, this definition has above this message that says zero references. Okay, so how we are going to control this? Well, we are going to use a switch. Oh, then I'm going to write string input console dot read line, and then switch input, and here we go. Case time. Our command is time. Okay, so here is time break. In the case of time, this is going to call what time is it. Okay, you have to write it up, the full name of the method, and then parentheses and semicolon. Okay, now we're going to also default. the other case, now we have break console, right line, the option that you selected, the command is unknown, okay? Because you wrote something that we don't know. Now, this is how it works. Now, this is going to take the information. Hello, it's going to write up, hello, what I could do for you. You may write up a command. So we have only one command from from the following list. Okay, so now we have this. It says time. What time is it? And then if we write up the word time, lowercase, this is going to call what time is it? And this is where the execution comes from here to here. And then it says, hello there. Right now the time is, well, you have this the full daytime, but we only need our minute second. Okay. Now, with this information, we are going to execute our application. Save the application, and then, hello, what I could do for you. You may write up a command from the following list. Time. Hello. The command is on. Okay. .NET run. Hello, what I could do for you. Time. Hello there. Right now the time is. I just need to write up hours. Or I'm going to store this date time now. So here I'm going to call now to string. And now um, I don't remember exactly date time format strings PM for C sharp. Just give me a second. I need team. Okay. .NET clear screen. .NET run. Okay. Here we have hello. What I can do for you. Okay. Time. Right now it's 8:23:05 hours or 8:23:05 a.m. This will be this will change if we are later. And for this case, we are able to, instead of this, use this. Daytime now, new daytime, 2021, 10, 29, hour, 17, minutes, 23, 15 second. Okay, now clear screen, .NET run. What time is it? Time. Right now, the time is 17:23:15 hours or 5:23:15 p.m. Right. And now what 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 do I need to do then? Okay, I need to maybe you are beginning to have some ideas, so then I'm going to do another case. Date. Okay, this is what I'm going to do for break for date, and I need to create another one. Static void date. What date is it? To change it. Daytime now. Okay, console, right line. Hello there. Today is, and here we go. Now to string. I'm going to use another format. Month, complete name. Day and year. Year to digits. Okay. We have this. So what day is it is going to be used if we write what day is it. Save, clear screen, .NET, run. And here, I forgot. If you, well, and this is a good example. If you need to stop your execution, just press Control C and your execution is stopped right now. You don't have to execute the whole application. So now I have to write console date. What date is it? Method. And yeah, this is calling this one. This one. .NET run. Let me write up one of the following commands. So if I write time, we have the situation of before. .NET run. If I write date, hello there. Today is Oct 2921. Okay. If you place 4 instead of 3, if you use 2, you get the month in numbers. If you place 3 M's uppercase, you have the abbreviation of the name of the month. And I remember that if you write up 4 uppercase M's, you are going to get the whole month name date. Yeah, today is October. It says October and not October because I have the configuration in um, I have the configuration in Spanish. Now, what what else? What else I can do? We can we may place it here in a switch, but in a switch in a while in a cycle. So we could do something like this. While input different we have well and right now we have several methods on some classes that we have used up to date. We have input, and I'm going to compare it equals exit. This is a method that performs a comparison, and this is something that I want you to see. A method that executes a comparison equals, and it returns a value. If you place your cursor over equals, it says in the beginning bool. The first word, it's the return type of this method, then the name of the class that has the method and the method, and then between parentheses is all the arguments that you have, and if you have overridings, how many overridings do you have? So equals, if you want to get the overridings, just comma, and you will get this subject, string value, everything. Okay, then we have this. What are you working on? Hi Steve, thanks for your comment. Right now I'm working on some examples with methods. Uh, I have created what time is it, and I have created another method with the name of what date is it. And well, the idea of this streaming is that I'm going to review some basic concepts about C Sharp, how to do some things, how to apply, and then how to apply them on real life projects like a website, a microservice application, and another applications that you could get. Right now we are working with a console application on .NET, and I'm using C Sharp 9 and .NET 5. .NET 6 is around the corner. Right now, I'm not going to review it, but when that new version is released, I'm really sure that I'm going to do some examples, the same like this. Uh, Thank you very much uh, for joining the streaming. Thanks. Now I'm going just to write up a command examples with methods. Steve. If you have questions, or if you already know about .NET and you want a specific situation or a specific example about this, you are able to do it. You are able to ask, welcome, and share this streaming. So now getting back to this, we have the following. We have the while input equals exit. Okay, while input different than exit. Okay, so right now what I'm doing, I'm doing an input. I'm getting in my variable string variable input console.readline. I'm getting the input, and then this input I'm comparing against exit. If it's not exit, this is the this is the this is the operator to negate something. If this is true, if the value of input equals is true, with this operator changes to false. And if this is false, this operator changes to true. Okay, so now I have this switch input, and I select what is the element that we are going to do, and then the command is sub now if we have the default situation for this. Now, while input, we have a, if you see here, we have a special execution of steps here. You have input equals, and you are always validating. Well, we have these two functions, don't return anything, but then we have static bool, um, get command and continue is getting a valid command. Okay, this method is has the following structure: is a static. This is a condition that we have for this class because this is the program, it's the main class that we are going to be calling, and we need in this way. We have the bool, and bool is the return type for the method getting a valid command. Okay. Now, what uh, what what we could do here is the following. Um, String input equals console readline, and then if we have a, a return type, we need to use the reserved word return input input dot equals exit. Okay, so now what are we doing here? I have this input equals console readline, that is the same that we have here, input console readline. I'm getting the information from the console, and then I'm validating against exit if, and I'm returning that exit. Then what is this? Is this validation input dot equals exit. So what we have here is the way of how I'm able to create a method that I don't need to place the whole code, and instead of having all these two lines, it's not too much, but we have two lines, we are able to change it, and then I can change it to delete this, and then input dot equals exit. I'm going to use getting a valid command. It, if this is getting a valid command, it means that it's not exit, okay? While getting a valid command. This is the same as doing the following. Bool continue. I'm going no bool continue variable equals this way, while continue variable is the same as this. But the difference is that we are able just to take this one and then use it here. Okay, getting a valid command. Now what we have here is that this is going to be done up to you write exit. When you write exit, it's going to return false. So while this is true, it's going to continue. So when I write here exit, it's going to exit. And then when this happens, I'm going to console write line. Um, Thanks for using this application. And then don't miss next examples at twitch.tv/Dieger. Yeah, okay. So now this is going to be executed, and this is a function. We have different methods. This is a method that returns a value, and these are methods that only execute an actions. It doesn't, they don't return anything. So clear screen, .NET run, and now we are going to have an infinite loop. The name of input doesn't exist in the current context. Mm. Okay. Switch input. Okay. This is something that is going to, we need the value. Okay. Additionally, we are able to use stat properties. This one is static private because nobody else is going to see, only the objects of this class. Private static static string, and usually I use the following structure for the properties: underscore and the name of the property. So input, and I'm going to do this input. Instead of creating a new input here, I'm going to remove it and just say, okay, input is going to be equals this one. And then I'm going to return if it's exit or not. Getting value. Instead of using input directly, I'm able to use this. What is the difference? Now we have, for the methods, we have different scopes. Right here, we have something like this, string input equals and some value. Okay, but we change this way, we remove it, this definition, and then we place this new method getting a valid command. Getting a valid command now is having this like, well, it had a definition like a string input console read line, this. Okay, we have the definition, yes, but this definition is into this method getting a valid command. Input exists here in this, between these two square brackets, between these two curly braces. This information is able to be used here, but you are not able to use it here. That's why we got this error. Now, one way is to declare a variable here, and then getting a valid command will return another value, and that value will be checked if we are able to continue or not, and we have all the information here. Uh, we will get the string that we have, but one way to do it, if you need to use some data between methods or keep that data between methods, you are able to create some properties for your class and use it behind scenes. Okay, so input, because of this, declaration is for the class, it's not only for the method. So this definition here means that input or underscore input exists between these curly braces and this other one. So you are not able to create another one here. For example, if I do the following string input, my new string, okay, if I place it this clear screen and then I execute my application, got this. Oh, I didn't know that you are able to use the same name. Maybe this is because I think that this property .NET Run, we are not able to use it because, yeah, no, the method is static. So we need a static for this one. A static. Well, I'm not sure about this. This should not, this must not happen. .NET build. Yeah, it's correct. And this is weird, but originally it must say something like you are not, input has been already created, so you are not able to do this. I'm going to look for that information, but maybe this is because the variable is different. No, well, there must be another way to do it. So getting a valid command is going to retrieve the information, set the input that we got from readline here, and then compares so that here we have input. Okay, now I'm going to execute the example. .NET run. Hello. Hello doesn't return anything. There. Command is unknown. Hello. There. Command is unknown. Okay, we have. I'm going to console write line. Command. Then we have input. Okay, let's see. Let's see what happens. Clear screen. .NET run. Hello. Command is hello. Command unknown. There. Command is unknown. Hello. Okay, now this is working different. There. Exit. Thanks for using the application. Don't miss .NET exercises. Yeah. So we have the switch. I'm going to remove this. This is strange because I don't know why .NET run. Hello. Command is home. There. Hello. Now it's returning. It's grinding up the command is no. There. 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 What now? What we got with this method is that we have a way to validate the getting a value. It's because I had this string input equals uh, input console write line. I think that I didn't save this okay previously, so I compiled it with the ground version. So now what we have here, we have the main, we have getting a valid command, and this is being executed into a while. This is going to be executed up to I write exit. Yeah. Okay. So now this information, this is the way of how we can retrieve information from a method send some information and sending some information for a method. For example, here we have the datetime, create datetime, and we have the arguments, and these arguments are the ones that are the input for these methods. And we have, for example, the method toString that has information about the format of how you want the time or the date. Okay. Now, this is a way to do this. Um, if you need to create or to add some comments, we have static. Okay, and maybe you want to do it on another faster way. We have too much lines here, so I'm going to write a definition for the welcome. Static void welcome message. Okay. And this method is going to receive something. Now we have, okay, I have this, I have string. I'm going to return something and I'm going to receive an input. This input is going to be int our string name. Mm, I'm going to only receive the hour. Okay, so right now we have here hello. I'm going to do something like that, not exactly this, because I want to return it as a string. So I have my string welcome, a string result, and we have tu, 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 tu. Hello everybody that are enjoying this stream. We have the result, we have hello, hello, and then a string greeting. Okay, and greeting is going to be switch hour greeting. I'm going to do hour. Okay, if hour is case, um, if hour is more than, if hour is less than 5 a.m., it's not going to say anything. Okay, it's only going to say greeting hello. Else, if hour, now I know that is less or equals than 5. Okay, now if hour is more than 5 but hour is less than 12, greeting is going to say good morning. Okay, and then else, if hour is um, less than, yeah, less than, and less than hour. Okay, hour bigger than 12 and hour less than 10, less than 8. No, it's not 8, it's 20 hours. the greeting equals good afternoon. Okay, and then if equals hour is less than or equals 20, else if hour greater than 20, greeting hello there. Okay, so I have to place this. I'm changing the values depending on the time that we are getting this. Okay, and now we have the result, and the result is going to be greeting plus what I could do for you. Car. Um, you may write up the following list: time and date. Okay, this is it. And now we have this. We are able to do return result. It works the same as doing this one. Return, take this one and place here. But this way is clearer for the example what I'm going to return maybe, and it works like an example if I have something else to do with this string. But right now I'm going to do this. So I have this, and instead of having this information, I'm able just to say, okay, I'm going to delete it, console dot write line, and I'm going to write welcome message. Okay, welcome message. And welcome message has an argument that it's the hours. So I'm going to do datetime dot now dot hour. Okay, it returns the information of the hour and an int that we have right now. So what are we doing here? We have less lines of code in the main method. And this is good because when somebody else is asked, hey, I need to change the way of how you are doing the greeting. And I need to say, okay, you have to identify the user. And then after identifying the user, you have to take their name and then place it into the greetings. Well, we are able to do hello, good morning, good afternoon, hello there. Okay, and then place the name. But we have something that is only taking over about giving a greeting and giving the instructions with a greeting. This way, it's easier to review your code and say, okay, if I need to change the greeting, you see welcome message, and then you say, okay, there it should be. And I don't have to take to do any change on getting a valid command or what time is it or what day is it. This is the way of how you are able to identify in a fast way what do I have to do. And the best way that you can create a method is that if you have some functionality that is able to do for another methods or to send back information about other things, you are able just to say this, and then you are going to call the methods that are going to retrieve that information. So this way you don't need to spend too much time doing a specific logic for a specific case. You are able to set a couple of variables, set an amount that some information that is going to tell you, okay, uh, at this time I'm able to say good morning, at this time I'm able to say good afternoon. And with this, you have some automation on executing some task. Okay. Welcome message performs the welcome message, it adds a greeting, and this it depends on the time that you are executing the application. It it doesn't consider anything else because we have not added anything else, but this is the way of how it works. And we have what time is it, we have what day is it, and we have the getting a valid comment. So now, if I just call clear screen .NET run, you good morning. What I can do for you? You may write up a command for the what is, and we have this, and this is amazing. Now we have a good morning. Yeah, we don't have a, we have only a hello. We have this case, the good morning, and this is nice. I'm only going to change this. Exit. I'm only going to change this. And if I don't know, no, it's okay. I have to write here equals because right now, if the hour is less than 12 or the hours was greater than, the 12 was not considered into these cases. So here we have here we have some methods. Here we have some the way of how to do some some examples with the methods, and this is a good way to begin with the methods. You are able to take them and get some information, execute a specific functionality with that information, and also you are able to call methods into methods. So this is all for today. I'm really glad that several have connected to this transmission. I'm really enjoying it, and use the chat, send some message, let me know what do you think, what do you want. If something is not really well explained, let me know so that I could explain it better. As I told you before and on previous transmissions, I'm going to create a real life example with .NET Web API, website, microservices, and maybe the way of how to release that on Azure so that you are able to learn from the grounds and see, okay, this is the way of how to do a professional application. So enjoy your weekend. Happy, well, not enjoy your weekend. Enjoy your Halloween weekend. And thanks for watching. See you there.